My name's James with IMAGINiT Technologies here, and I'd like to welcome you to the webcast. We're excited here to introduce you to our newest partnership with RealityCapture. So here to talk to us about RealityCapture, we have Nicola and Thomas. Together, they're going to take us through some typical industries and customers, product value propositions, use cases, as well as give us a guided tour and some examples. So Nicola and Thomas, I'll hand it over to you.
Hey everybody, thank you for having us, and greetings from Central Europe, from Slovakia. We are RealityCapture. My name is Nicola, and I'm a sales manager for RealityCapture photogrammetry software. And it's Thomas with me today here, who's our most experienced, profound technical expert in RealityCapture, who's been with the application since the very beginning, over a decade. So he's really the person to talk to in regards all technical aspects.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for introducing me. And yes, you pretty much nailed it. So I don't want to waste our time, so let's hand it over to Nicola again.
Yeah, RealityCapture has once been a really tiny team with big plans, which occurred during university studies of our founders. Exactly a year ago, Epic Games has acquired us, and ever since we are undergoing Unreal Engine integration, and the vision is, of course, the recent buzzword metaverse. So who are we? We are at an era-defining crossroads. Who will be the architects of the new world? And we believe RealityCapture may be at the very beginning of the pipeline of the DCC tools and creators all over the world. Epic believes, and all employees at Epic believe, it should be all of us creating this new world. We are building an ecosystem of creating creative tools that are open, that are accessible, to empower everyone to have a stake in the metaverse. So RealityCapture is the world's fastest, all-in-one, really versatile photogrammetry software solution that enables you to save time, reduce tedious manual work, increase the overall project efficiency. The outcome is a high quality, accurate data that you can easily manipulate, analyze, and prepare for editing in your preferred digital content creation tool. RealityCapture supports laser scans, drone images, mirrorless DSLR camera, or camera rigs, or simply regular image captured by your cell phone. RealityCapture uses state-of-the-art algorithms for almost every task you can easily process, an unlimited number of images or laser scans at incredible speeds on a single machine. With the ability to handle basically any input, you can combine terrestrial laser scans, UAV images, ground photos in one step, enabling you to achieve detailed meshes with picture perfect textures. The solution is Windows based. It's a desktop solution. It's on-premise, bare metal, without any size limitation. No cloud is needed. That is especially important for law enforcement, government, and other state institutions. But we still have the possibility to run the application on VPS or cloud services of your choice. Yeah. What are the value proposition of the product? Why to choose us? Definitely because of one ecosystem. Epic plans to integrate, and it's happening, plans to integrate reality capture into Unreal Engine ecosystem, making it even easier and more seamless for developers to upload images and create photorealistic 3D models in instants. Our paramount importance is seamless transition between software like Quixel Megascans and Twinmotion. Our customers choose us firstly because we are up to 4 times faster in processing in comparison to our competitors, still adhering to a staggering accuracy. You will see for yourself in several minutes. Thomas is gonna demonstrate some real life workflow, basic workflow inside reality capture for you. The software creates both at the same time. First, a point cloud from which is a mesh calculated, and subsequently both can be exported. As I mentioned, it's a Windows-based solution with out-of-core performance, and runs even on low-end hardware without any problems. Easy to use user interface with headless mode. User interface is really intuitive, and the headless mode is preferred by bulky data processing, big data studios who love automation used by CLI scripting. We do have numerous workflows for speed and efficiency, and love to always talk to our customers how we can even get better, how we can collect the feedback and all the data, and make the product even more seamless and useful for the daily usage. So who are our customers? Our customers come from various industries. They are really versatile and almost from every corner you can think of. What do they do? What they do with our software? Most of them, they create virtual reality scenes, texture, 3D meshes, orthographic projections, georeference maps. The most common fields of the current use is gaming, media entertainment, VFX, AAA game studios. That's something where we started and where we still dominate. In recent years, virtual reality in general, full body scanning, but still we put an emphasis on art, architecture, cultural heritage, surveying, mapping, and government, law enforcement, crime, investigation, forensic disciplines, accident and incident reconstruction. We are known and recognized predominantly because of the speed, which is critical in almost every mission, and high fidelity and the detail of each and every inch of the 3D model. What are the key factors of, for instance, AEC, BIM surveying, design and prototyping? We do have component merge. We do have quick mesh generation, CLI automation, georeference alignment. This is something what not every photogrammetry software is offering. This kind of comprehensive workflow. And I hand over my word to Thomas now, who will deep dive the industries which stand out and which have really interesting workflows and results with reality capture.
Thank you so much, Nicola. So yes, reality capture is really a powerful tool and can be utilized in many industries, not just these that we've shown earlier, but also many others. But let's focus on industries that matter the most. Let's say AEC, BIM, surveying, mapping, all of these are really important. And there are also sub-industries and utilization in these sub-industries where reality capture can be also utilized. For instance, topographic mapping, or there is a huge buzzword called smart city civil surveying, where reality capture can really bring a lot to table, because since there is unlimited number of inputs that you can throw into reality capture, you can map out the whole world. And reality capture, there is basically no limit in pictures that you can bring to reality capture. So it's one of the key factors to actually bring photorealistic assets to the world and digitize the whole world. Since you can actually get 3D models or dense point clouds and nice visuals from reality capture, this is also handy in use cases like quality control in Industry 4.0, where you need to create digital twins over time to compare them as times fly, and also you can use reality capture for risk mitigation inspections and so on and so forth. So let's go to some videos that I want to show you. So as you can see in this video, this looks like a drone footage, but this is actually not a drone footage. These are models created with photogrammetry, mainly reality capture. So you can create really high fidelity assets and whole cities only using photogrammetry. For instance, there was a drone flight over the whole city, and that consisted from over 5,000 pictures, and these were all thrown to reality capture to create the whole city, or cities, as you might see. This is a great use case on how you can utilize reality capture for also smart cities projects, and you can also integrate other aspects to these models afterwards, such as smart sensors, etc. The same applies for architecture, since you also need to or if you want to actually create any architectural model which is already there, you can actually access it publicly. You can digitize interiors, exteriors, and you can also add other smaller assets when you are planning to change the building or create any kind of reconstructions. So yes, you can use reality capture for all of these things that really matters nowadays. Then let's look at another aspect, which is scan to beam. So again, you can use reality capture to capture images from the site, for instance, from these buildings, and again, there are 5,500 photos for this site, and these smaller triangles, these white dots that you can see, are the actual camera positions that were needed to acquire during the whole capturing process. But all you need to do, in a nutshell, is you just need to drag and drop these images to reality capture, and the whole process will be seamlessly automated, and everything processed without any hitch, if your capturing technique was properly set, of course. So there are also all beautiful things that you can actually create with reality capture, such as these models. Then you can also create the BIM model, the actual BIM model, like this one, and reality capture models or dense point clouds that can be exported from reality capture can take place as a draft of the building or actual points that are used to place real CAD drawings on the top of the point cloud. So this can be a really powerful combination to create any digitization of this building, and you don't actually need to take any additional measurements because, for instance, when you are using laser scans or drone images, these are already georeferenced, so they already have the scale. You don't have to use any GIS services, and all your measurements are basically already there because it's in 3D space and you can work with all coordinates in all coordinate systems, etc. Now, another aspect is also risk mitigation inspections. So, for instance, you can work on the plans to digitize the whole environment over time and to see if there are any risks involved in building the plan, also planning any reconstructions, or you can also use thermal images to see if there aren't any leaks, thermal leaks, which is another important aspect in the risk mitigation. Now, what is really connected to everything what I just said is our latest build of RealityCapture, which is actually targeted on the GIS AEC market and brings a lot of features to the table. Because we are now bringing cross sections, we are building also slope shading, measurements, DTMs, mosaicing. There are so many features that are now in RealityCapture and were never here before. And this can help a lot of industries, not just AEC market, but also the mapping market, GIS market, BIM. Yeah, all of these where measurements are really important. You can also use now hyperfiles. You can do various kind of measurements such as volume measurements, and you can also remove subjects from your orthomosaics now, which you want to get rid because let's say there are some moving people there or cars, etc. We also have a new features that are connected to AI classification, where you can automatically select artificial objects. So there is really a lot of that we are now bringing. But for other industries, there is also design and prototyping industry, for instance. RealityCapture is used a lot in the e-commerce now, where people are using turntables to digitize subjects, and when they want to reach out a lot of digitized subjects per, let's say, hour, you can do even automated system with robots and turntables where a robot will bring the asset to the table. You have the camera systems there, lighting, and everything, and you will just digitize the subject using the turntable, and you can have the full production house creating these assets. So this is for the e-commerce. Also for the 3D printing and prototyping, I'm going to show you another video there. So we also have a use case where people wanted to get a certain part which wasn't available, and the person only used RealityCapture to digitize or create the digital twin of the whole machine, and it looked like this basically, and he just wanted to create one part. Since it's in 3D, he also had all the measurements included in the model, and he only needed to model that part in CAD. It was really easy for him, and only since he was using our PPI model for licensing, it was also really cheap. So this is another use case where you can just 3D print parts digitized with reality capture. Then another use case is, for instance, government. So we are also included in some military operations, not we, but our software, of course, is also used there, law enforcement or forensics. And one of these use cases is, for instance, car crash scene investigation or these accident reconstructions. So this use case was built on creating the whole situation in 30 minutes. You just needed some photos from the drone, and everything was done digitized in 30 minutes. This can be a huge time saver for anybody that needs to digitize this kind of accidents really fast, and reality capture is a great tool for that too. As you can see right now, you can just create measurements like these. I'm just going to pause the video here, and it's all seamless and automatic because, for instance, in this use case, also laser scans were utilized. So you can go to sub-millimeter accuracy and create measurements right in the crime scenes or accident reconstructions, etc. Yes, you can also create, for instance, control points which may be used for other types of measurements. So there are many use cases on how you can utilize reality capture. But since I'm just showing what reality capture is capable of, I also want to show you a small demo of how you can use reality capture. And in order to launch any session in reality capture, you need inputs. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the workflow. So the first part is the data acquiring part. You need some kind of inputs. There are also some techniques how you should be capturing these inputs, but I'm not going to be too technical now. So you can literally bring any input to reality capture. You just need to drag and drop this to reality capture, which I am going to be showcasing really soon. And then the workflow consists of 5 essential parts. The first one is alignment, which is the registration of your images. It's automatic part. Your camera images will be aligned, and the result is the sparse point cloud. Then the next part is reconstruction, which will essentially create the mesh model and also dense point cloud at the same time. The next part is the post-processing part, where you can filter out unimportant parts of your model, point cloud, and create some adjustments. Then there is the texturing part, which will essentially create textures for your models and also colorize your point cloud. And the last part is the export. In any part, you can also create your measurements, create orthophoto maps, etc. But this is essential workflow. Now I'm going to reality capture, and I'm going to show you the first screen. So this would be the first screen after you would be launching reality capture. You would be honored to see our help section, which is really handy because it's also offline. So if you want to search for anything, you just need to type here any keyword that you are searching for, and reality capture will take care of the rest. What I suggest doing is clicking on this quick start, which is really handy for any newcomers. You just click here, and the whole wizard on how you should be working in reality capture will appear. If you will be not reading this properly, it won't let you go to the next step. So you actually need to do something. So the first step is adding images. I do have some images here from one data set, which was used with the police here in Slovakia. And I'm just going to select all these images that were used for this scene, like this, and drag and drop them to RealityCapture. Since it's done, I can now click on Continue, and it says I should be changing my layout. I'm currently using a view where I only see this help section and the ribbon above. So I'm going to change it to 1+1+1 by these widgets that are above the ribbon. I can also use other layouts, but essentially I'm going to use this one. Now the help section is on the right, and I can see also two windows, two additional ones. The one right here is called 3DS, which is the 3D viewport of the scene. On the right, there is a 1DS window, which is also a structure of your whole project. Right here, we can see there is a name of images, and on the right to that, I can see the number, which is 1030. So I have imported 1030 images to the project. As I said, the next part is aligning images. You can really see everything properly, and this is the result of the alignment. This should give you a great understanding of how your scene already looks like, and also these camera positions will be calculated, so you also have a great understanding of where your images were acquired, how you were moving around your subject when you were capturing the scene, and yes, things like that. When you are ready for the next step, you need to use this reconstruction region, which is this bounding box around the model. Only things that are inside this bounding box will be reconstructed in the next phase. So you want to use these handles or box widgets to essentially create only the part that you want to be reconstructed. So I'm just going to place it back like that. Then go to the third tab, which is right here, and click on normal model reconstruction. This would basically create the dense point cloud and the mesh for me in the solid color. This is essentially what was created in a few minutes, and RealityCapture did all seamlessly and automatically. I didn't need to do any user interaction or manual aligning. So that is the basic process in RealityCapture, what you can do with sole images and how to create high fidelity assets from these in RealityCapture. There is the competitive comparison, and RealityCapture is essentially 2 times faster than the competition.